Okay, this hat is supernatural, and I have been actually on this show as an extra many years ago. Let's see. Now I'm going to talk to you from my perspective, wearing the supernatural hat. And this one says, "You know, see me." In other words, someone you can't see. And I'll use this hat for those that we can't see. Okay, so here we go. So, my history, um, before I got involved with demonics, um, I spent years doing Ho'oponopono. I learned science of mind. I read all kinds of these kind of books. Carlos Castaneda. This is just part of my bookshelf, very small bit, but things like Autobiography of a Yogi. This one is about the Agora people who are in India. Did you see Autobiography of a Yogi? I can't see this on here. Autobiography of a Yogi. What else have I got in here? Well, here's one. Waking Up in 5D by Maureen St. Germain. There's many other ones. This was a good one here. Celestine Prophecy, all the books. And this is the movie. That's a bit of a sample. Okay, so what happened was one day I was sitting in the living room, and in my mind, by telepathy, I heard someone talking to me, and the being said it was Rumpelstiltskin, and it was a fifth dimensional dark elf. And it spent maybe a year and a half with me, maybe longer. It's very hard to tell you because my mind keeps getting wiped. It's like in Men in Black when they use those little pens. That's what it's like with me. Quite often I don't have access to my memories too much. Anyway, the Rumpelstiltskin, eventually we think Rumpelstiltskin stopped being very low vibe imp, and we think, I haven't heard much from him recently, so we think he's okay. But we don't know because he doesn't give us an update and never really told us he was leaving. He just sort of disappeared. Every once in a while, we kind of get inklings he's not too far. When I do this channel here on YouTube, I call it a comedy channel because that's how I kind of label things. Sometimes we actually do comedy. A lot of times we just do commentary. Okay, so this is the perspective of one of the beings I'm in contact with, but I don't see them here in the physical. They're not in the physical. Sometimes I do see visions with my eyes closed. What do they want to say? Mostly, what's it like when you're under demonic attack? It depends upon the demonic. Sometimes, like when Rumpelstiltskin was very demonic, you got nowhere to hide because they're in your mind, and you can't get away from them, and you feel sick from their sick that they bring with them. When Pindar, the reptilian Draco, came, it was terrifying, and once again, there was nowhere to hide because they're in your mind. And you just have to wait it out, maybe for 8 or 12 hours of the horrible. Many other demonics besides those two have come and gone. Currently, we are being watched by the ones that I felt like were being demonic most of the day today, and they have been demonic for I don't know how many months now, maybe a year and a half. These ones, there's a lot that come and go. These ones are here every day. I also have a group of other beings that are not demonic, and they've been around for a very long time. And they're, it's all telepathy, it's all in the mind. Things that we've done to try and help the demonics not be demonic. Uh, well, you can call on angels, archangels. None of that seems to do any good. Um, let's see. We did an energy transfer, several energy transfer resets. Um, I don't know. Read all these books. When Rumpelstiltskin was here, he didn't like to read books, so we didn't read. Um, now that he's gone, we're doing reading again. Our basic project long range goal is to remove capitalism from planet Earth, get rid of all the control structures, and basically bring heaven to Earth. What we do day to day is a lot of happy times. In other words, we try and have some happy times every day, usually by going to karaoke and singing. And we also drive around a lot by bringing my aura around. Strangely, even the demonics are part of this. In other words, sometimes their frequency is not demonic. Sometimes their frequency, I don't know where it goes to because I can't muscle test anymore. I used to muscle test to do a lot of these kind of things. I'm not given to do it. But from time to time, they're part of our team, and from time to time, they are possessed by ill will. So what we have a very difficult time trying to figure out why this happens. It's been ongoing for a very long time. So are these beings that I talk about as being demonic, are they actually demonic? We think they have got aberrations that make them go to their instincts, and their instincts are to be nasty. It's also strange because we think somehow this is a bit of a phony baloney situation. In other words, that we're being set up, even though when you're under demonic attack, you feel a lot of pain, and I get pain in my back and my neck, and my hips, and there's been other kinds of pains that have come. It's very unusual. I don't know of anybody else who is under this kind of attack. I know some other people that are under demonic attack for long periods of time. What does it all mean? Is there anyone that can help me? I don't think anyone can help me who's human. I was hoping to get help from angelics and higher dimensionals, but no help comes. We rely on Divine Mother, but Divine Mother doesn't stop the demons from attacking, but keeps us living on the borderlands, we say. Another comment is we often have people that come through. It's like channeling. When I never know which personality is going to come out when I turn on the phone and start talking. I have, for myself, inner silence, although I hear the other beings talk. And if I want to talk, then I talk out loud and they can hear me. The other beings can, well, anyway, that's basically the summary of it all. Anything else? It's been a long time. We've had a lot of different characters come through. Is it all part of a great play in consciousness? The Ascended Master Sananda called it a great play in consciousness when I saw him through a trance channel many years ago. Where is it all leading to? He said it's harvest time, Sananda said. And harvest time was where you come into your own mastery, going within. How did this all come about that Rumpelstiltskin came and chose me? I cannot say. Sometimes we wonder if it's part of an alternate reality game, because there was Rumpelstiltskin in the Once Upon a Time series, but never formally connected those two things. And what can we tell you about the beings? Um, they're around for a great long time. You get to know them very well. They're like people, they have their ups and downs, and some days are really horrible. Most days are really horrible for at least part of the day. Usually in the evening, things get better, but not always. Sometimes, well, the mind wipe thing happens a lot, and quite often I feel like I'm being blocked from access to source.